Um, what I wanted to point out about Bitcoin right now, I think that most of the target from last time has been touched. Um, let's get into the weekly time frame to start. Basically, as you have noticed, guy, I have draw this fair value gap and this weekly order block since 20 May 2022. So what happened basically? We were actually waiting for that level to be claimed by Bitcoin. And we have been waiting for at least 5 months for the price action to reclaim that level. Base level actually, which is around, you will notice that I have draw a golden ratio for a Fibonacci level. I'm just gonna draw it back so that you can guys can see it correctly. So what I did actually, let's say if I take a seller's Fibonacci session, and I would say that I would take the highest point of a chart for Bitcoin, which is here, to the lowest point of a chart, which is here. um, you guys will notice something very, very, very similar. Just give me one moment. So I think it's this point. Yeah, it is this point from the lowest point of a chart, which is here. Um, the 30,000 and 32,000 become actually what we call the seller's golden ratio. So what is this zone exactly? You guys need to take in consideration whenever we have like an order block which is like weekly plus a fair value gap, which is this candle, this green candle right now. Just to make sure you got it, the market was crashing for weeks. 1 week, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. For 9 weeks consecutive, the market has been like crashing, as you can notice. And what happened exactly? When for 1 week we were bullish. So basically, this candle right now become like we call the weekly order block, which is a bearish order block, and we have a fair value gap which take from this level to this level. So right now the price action is filling this fair value gap, and 38 38 30, no, it start the golden ratio starts from 30,724, and the golden ratio finish on 32,218. This is why this is a pure manipulation zone for Bitcoin. You guys need to understand that here we have three things happening: the bank, the institutional, the capitalist, everybody which is like on here is buying. Yes, somebody speaking. Ken, Kenzo Fratello, posso fare, si mute to mic per favore? Sì. So as I was, Kenzo, okay, just give me one moment, guys. I think Kenzo is not aware that his microphone is on. I'm just gonna mute. So I'm just gonna like, okay, I'm muting Kenzo. Okay, that's good. So let's take back where we are. So as I was saying, actually, Bitcoin right now, we are on a pure manipulation zone. So I wouldn't advise like you people just go and short on this level. A lot of us is telling me, okay, we are on an extreme oversold, overbought zone for Bitcoin, right? So if I go on, let's say, let's take the macro a bit. I'm not used to the macro, but I'm just gonna do it. Right now, you can see that on the weekly time frame, we are not on an extreme overbought zone. Price still have room to push up again. I'm expecting like an 82 or an 81. Those who use RSI, we know what I'm talking about. But honestly, right now, what I'm looking personally, let's get on a lower time frame. Uh, if I go on the daily time frame, but we already have feel like half of a gap for the weekly, And what I'm looking exactly is this, guys. Let's say for Bitcoin, you see these point, those are like liquidation level, those are liquidity sitting equal low, which is here, which mean that if the price could go and play around and decide to burn all these people who are like shorting on that level, and a perfect level for me would be like if we could short Bitcoin from here, just based on that liquidity, and just have a stop loss like that, a minimum stop loss. We just short Bitcoin like that, and let's ride it to that daily order block, which is on 20K. If you can, it's not about like you need to understand something. It's not like we catching, we setting limits orders, not at all. No, what I'm planning to do is watch for price action. Watch for price action. I'm gonna just like set an alarm saying, okay, I want to see Bitcoin on that level. Then decide to know what's gonna happen. This level is actually, um, let's say 31,968. So 31,968. I'm gonna set an alarm here to know that whenever the price action will be in, I could start preparing my short. This was big. If you guys want to do a trade like this with 40, at least 30 ratio, it is possible to do it, but you have to watch for price action. Make sure that you get the right catch, because watch this closely. This is liquidity. This is liquidity as well, and this is liquidity, and those are trap liquidities because price action gonna play. We might just like um, let's say seeking for action like that. I want Bitcoin to play like that. People gonna short here for sure, but Bitcoin might play move like that and go like that and then get back in and goes like that, range a bit, then goes like this and just range level by level to claim that next bullish order block. So this is the zone where you got to be careful actually, and this is what I'm waiting because I know that we have much more room to push upper, and I know that Bitcoin can push up. So basically, guys, right now, before you consider shorting Bitcoin, make sure that you watch closely price action, what's happening exactly, so that we can know exactly what is happening, why we should, in which position. Because if you guys play this right, just imagine like you see the ratio right now. Let's say 40 ratio. We can get the 40 ratio from this. Let's say we can get a 40 ratio from this, and you put a margin of $100 multiplied by 40. At the end of your trade, it is a $4,000 trade easily, guys, just with $100. So think well before shorting Bitcoin. I'm watching the level. I have set like alarm into my level. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen, because even if I check my indicators, um we all session. Look what the Japanese has do. They have already claimed their high. The Japanese session high is around 30,000, and they need to cover up. They need to take back that issue, and I'm pretty sure that they were gonna claim those level. So basically, I would advise all of you before shorting Bitcoin, make sure to watch the price action closely on higher time frame, because right now we the movement is playing on higher time frame. So I would advise let at least that that fair value gap to get filled fully. Once that fair value gap got filled fully, which is here, the price action feel that, then we can consider a short, not right now. I hope that you guys got the message exactly what I mean and how you should be like planning